And our politicians and policymakers are equally in high spirits, either trying to consolidate power or retrieve power, whichever the case may be. For the political parties, at least the major ones, it may just be time for stock taking or some form of retrospect. On Inside today, we will revisit the need to reposition the political parties so that these platforms can reclaim its pride of place in the scheme of things. My guest today is a veteran politician, if you may call him that. His name is Mohammed Esu. He is a politician and also a public commentator. Good morning, Mohammed. Hello, good morning, Mohammed. Can you hear me?
Thank you for having me.
Hello, Mohammed. Can you hear me? Oops. Okay. Let's see. Mohammed, can you hear me now? Hello. Oh, I think let's see. Mohammed, can you hear me now? Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Yes, Mohammed is back on the line. Mohammed Esu is a politician and a public commentator. Good morning, Mohammed.
Good morning, Citizens FM. Good morning. Right.
Yes, unfortunately, Mohammed couldn't make it to the studio. He was hooked up somewhere, and we have to resort to this. But all the same, in the next 45 minutes or thereabout, we will try to look at some of the issues that we're talking about concerning how do we reposition our political parties, how do we get them to what political parties are meant for at the end of the day. You can join our live stream on Citizen FM 93.7 on YouTube. You can also listen to us online on www.citizenfm.ng. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, and also on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. That's how it's going to be for this program. Let me see whether we may have a clean feed from Mohammed here. Yes, Mohammed, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, my brother.
Okay. So, let's start revisiting the foundation of political parties and a lot of other issues surrounding. You are a politician, Mohammed. You've contested elections. You've also campaigned for people during election. If we are talking about revisiting the foundation of political parties, where do we start from?
Thank you very much.
Oh. Hello. Yes, you're. I think we're having problems.
Are you on?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, for a political party to come together and be a solid, as the current major political parties are, you need to have committed and solid memberships. You need to have structures, and you need to have complete guiding principles that will let you operate without much rancor, because you can't rule out rancor in a political setting where people from virtually all the walks of life meet and see how they can be able to achieve their political agenda.
Okay, Mohammed, that's just a general outlook, but let's look at this reposition in terms of maybe, for example, let's start from administration. How can political parties administer the platform in terms of one, keeping an up-to-date list of membership? You find out that at every point in time you cannot have an accurate number of who are members of a political party at any particular time.
Yes, those are the major problems we're having, because if you look at our political parties, where we have politicians who jump from one place to another virtually every day. And the major challenges that we have in membership registration of political parties is because we doesn't have a database that can be able to get all the members in a single block, where we can be able to identify from the unit level to the ward level and the local government and at the national level. This challenge is giving us a serious challenge by, in fact, way of even recruiting people into the fold. You can find out that we have people who are members of like 3 or 4 major political parties who have the registration and who have not withdrawn their registration from this party before joining even this party. These are challenges that we are having. But if you can have a complete database of a political party, registered members of the political party, it will even ease in area of selection, in area of even administering the party, and even giving the clear direction of how the party will move in a clear direction. But we don't have it in this country because of our way we politicians behave. We don't have a clear ideology where you can be able to believe in one single party and stay for like donkey years. You can imagine somebody is in PDP today, tomorrow is in APC, from APC has moved to Labour Party, even to so many parties. Well, how can you be able to get a complete database if you don't have static members and a database that can be able to update this in and out of members that are coming in?
But Mohammed, before we go, let me ask you, why is this such a big deal? Why is it such a huge challenge for the political parties? Is it lack of capacity, or is it just convenient for the leadership of the political parties?
If you're talking about capacity, it's on a different dimension. A lot of people who wants to administer or who wants to lead most of these political parties, some of them are doing that for their selfish gain or to the method of driving membership in some of these major political parties. People feel that it's through the poaching, not through building a solid ideology. Because if you look at, you can see most of the governors or party leaders now today visit some of their colleagues, calling them to come and join party without not even believing in that party first. But they are joining because of their experience of at that time, or to gain their ticket, or to even get something in return, not based on ideology. And that's why we are having challenges. If you're talking about competency, sometimes it's even terms of competency you can find from the leadership, leaders of the political party, people that are administering the leadership of the party.
Okay.
If today I'm opportune, or are you there?
No, go ahead.
Yes, if today I'm opportune to lead a political party, the first thing I will do is to update and make sure that all our membership is in database. Virtually everybody can click from his own house and be able to view who are these members of this party. Or if you are leaving the party that day, you should be able to be deleted from the membership of the political party. But it's not there because any serious leadership have taken cognizance of that. Or even though you do that, because of some certain interest in building up the parties, you can find it that it won't go far in putting the party in the right direction.
Okay, over the years, I also know that another challenge that political parties face, and this cuts across virtually all of them, the issue of finance, how to raise enough funds to run the party. Gone are those days that members, political parties relied heavily on dues registration fees and all the other things from members. These things are not really happening again. What is happening?
Yeah, that's why I put it at the back of where a situation where the parties are being run by executive, mostly people in power. It will give the leadership of the party lazy thinking or not thinking on how to go and source for funds. But the best way to fund a political party is through members and through dues. But now, how many members of political party are paying their dues? Immediately, a party has a problem. They rush to the governor, the president, or the senators, or House of Rep, or elected officials. This party. And how do you expect people will be committed to those party ideology and party itself? Now, those are the challenges that we are having. Today, if you are a governor, instead of you to be answerable to a party chairman or party organ of the state, now you can see the chairman of the party is the one running to the governor every day with a files of looking for money. Why wouldn't there be compromise? Why wouldn't there be influence? Because the governor cannot give you money and he couldn't wield an influence in the party, or the president cannot be continuing funding you and couldn't wield an influence in the party. But when it's a conglomerate of people who comes together be contributing to the cause of that party, it will give you opportunity to make sure that the party is stands and the party is built on its own ideology and its own manifesto.
Well, Mohammed, I'm glad that you brought up the issue of the elected leaders meddling into the issues of political parties. That brings to point another issue, the political parties' lack of respect for laws, even their own laws. Before the 2023 general election, 90% of the matters in court had to do with primaries, had to do with nomination, and this was as a result of sometimes deliberate flouting of laws of political parties. How do we get out of this?
The simple way to get out of this is that the people who are saddled to the responsibility of managing these parties must make sure that the funding of this party should come from members, not from people of higher authority. That's when you can be able to assert your power, you can be able to put things in order, and you can be able to create your rules that will govern on how to select who will lead the party or who will fly the party flags in elections. But a situation where you allowed a single individual to take administration of the party by funding it, by giving it all its cool, you can see you can't dictate. Who dictate the piper?
All right, Mohammed, you have to hold on a bit. We need to go on a break, and when we return, Insight will continue. Please don't go away.
Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this
is your station.
Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM.
Looking for the best in news updates?
Yeah, man.
Listen to Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja.
Now listen.
News on the hour, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. News at noon, 12 noon. News from across the states, 4 p.m. And our major news at 6 p.m. Citizen FM 93.7. Always precise in news broadcast.
Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest development and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12, Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, expanding our global reach through technology.
Ụmụnne m na ụmụnna m oge ndị Igbo na-abịaziri unu ụbọchị Satọde na ụbọchị Sọnde na weta aka n'elekere nke 4 oge ndị Igbo bụ oge anyị ji anọrị oge gị na-ekene ezepụ na-eji akpọrịkọta ụbụbọ kabarụ na-esonyela anyị nke a bụ nke anyị ụmụnne m daalụnụ.
Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest development and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12, Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, expanding our global reach through technology.
Abuja. Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this
is your station.
Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's still Insight on Citizen FM 93.7. My name is Lawrence Umoettete, and we are looking at our political parties, a platform for social re-engineering. And my guest is Mohammed Esu. He is a veteran politician and a public commentator. Mohammed, thank you for standing by. Oh, I guess. Mohammed, are you said, oh, we lost Mohammed. Okay, we'll get back to Mohammed while we take this break again. But meanwhile, you can still be part of this program by joining us on YouTube. Yes, Mohammed is back online. Let's see. Hello, Mohammed. Here, good morning.
Yeah, I can hear.
All right, thank you for having you back. But just hold on a minute. If you're just joining us, you can be part of this program. If you want to, through YouTube, you can join our live stream on YouTube by typing in Citizen FM 93.7, and you can also listen to us online on www.citizenfm.ng. Our social media platforms are also there on Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and also on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. You can be part of this program, and our phone lines are open 0903 2229 0797. That's 0903 2229 797. You can also call us on 0818 2222205 or 0818 2222206. Any of those numbers, you can send us a WhatsApp message and we will be glad to read your message. My guest once again is Mohammed Esu, a veteran politician, and we are looking at revamping our political parties. Mohammed, let's get back to you. Are you there, Mohammed?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yes, okay. Mohammed, we spent about 20 minutes talking about the challenges from the perspective of leaders of the political parties. Now, let's look at the membership of the political parties. Yes, trying to reconnect there. Hello, Mohammed. Okay. Okay, Mohammed. Yes.
Yeah.
I can see your back. Yes. I say, okay, let's look at the challenge from the perspective of the membership of the political parties, the citizens, what we call the ordinary Nigerians who are members of political parties, or others who are not members of political parties but would want to, but they don't know how the system works. How do we get citizens, especially the younger generations, to be interested in partisan politics?
That join a political party, but you must also get your clear ideology on why you understand the reason why you are joining the party, so that you don't get influenced. One, to get into a register yourself into a political party, knows your unit where you vote. There must be a party that has unit representatives or a ward. You must register from your ward, and if you register from your ward, you are automatically a member of that party. Now, how did you bring your own contribution to the party? It's through their ideology and manifesto. That is where you can be able to look at areas you can fit in. Is it you are good in membership drive, or you are good in policy, or you are good in canvassing of people? Now, those are the areas that you are going to, because you can't just join a party without having a clear cut of what you want to go and do in that party. That's why young people who are interested in joining a political party must understand clear ideology of why they are joining the party, and the reason why they are joining the party, and their contribution to the party will determine their future in that party.
All right. Yes. I hope the young ones are listening to that. But then, what about people who say, politics is dirty? It's for people who have soiled their hands. It's for people who don't have conscience, who have sold their conscience. What do you say to people like that?
That's the mistakes most of our young people were doing. Then we allowed some people to hijack the instrumentality of power. Why? Is because we look at politicians as people as bad as it is. It's not so. It's not everybody that is in politics that is bad. You must have people that have conscience. But if you didn't participate, the bad ones among the few ones that are good will take over the day, because it's about a number. Who has the number will determine the future of that party or that political party. Now, when you are young people, and you look at, sorry to say, please, those are the mistakes that some of our young people did during the last election. You can look at them, that some of them are not.
Mohammed, just a minute. Let me take this call, please. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
I'm calling from Central area.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. I kudos to our guest. I think he has spoken pretty well. But if you are talking of political ideology, the question would be, do we really have? Do we really practice that in Nigeria? The answer is absolutely no. I think the only party that came close to it is the current APC. Because if you look at, when you look at the majority members of the APC, these are people, men and women, that believe in the socialist, ideology of Obafemi, the great Obafemi Awolowo. And that is what, the likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think that is just about the only politician with ideology that has remained a one-party man. But when you look at others around him, you see, even in the very APC, you see them jumping from one. They don't see political party as a vehicle for them to fulfill their political ambition. And I think that is where we always get it wrong. You have a certain Labour Party where the candidate was a member of APGA, member of PDP, then member of Labour Party, and then he's claiming to be not to the product of the Nigerian system. And so when you have conflicting, interest, that people are jumping from one political party another just for selfish political ambition, it's very difficult. That is why there is a need for the. I mean, I'm looking forward that the electoral, amendment law to create for independent candidacy. I think it will reduce the masquerading of politicians that are all about power, desperate to get political power, and then relying on a party structure, whether to rig their way or to use the popularity and the structure of the party to achieve their aim. Let individuals go and test the water. Go and campaign on an individual basis. Then by then you sell your ideology, you sell your plan, not you being a capitalist and then coming to campaign on a socialist party. Labour is a socialist. Peter Obi is a capitalist. He says he's going to remove subsidy. The removal of subsidy is what Labour is against. Closing of our border is what Labour, everything that Peter Obi believes is what Labour Party is against. But you now have a candidate like that contesting under the Labour Party. I would have loved to see how that would pan out between him and the Labour Party. Unfortunately, he lost the election. But let's see what will happen. But to answer your question, there's absolutely no political ideology in our present political structure. If there's anyone that comes close, is the current president and the APC. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, my brother. All right, Mohammed, you were about to land. Could you just land your point before we go ahead?
Yes, my caller has already made a lot of things that have to be done, especially kind of people we have who wants to join political parties. A lot of them don't know even the clear-cut ideology of these parties. And even though you know, and they stick to it, that's what are the major problems that we have. But I believe as we're having, the democracy in the country is growing, and you can see it's coming up. The more we're doing, the more we continue on this, the more we understand the dynamics, and the more we can be able to have a solid democracy and solid political parties.
All right, the phone lines are still open. You can call us on 0903 2229 797. You can also call us on 0818 2222 205 or 0818 2222 206. And my guest is Mohammed Esu, a veteran politician. We are looking at political parties in Nigeria. Mohammed, another point we also need to look at is that of accountability in political parties. This also seems to be lacking, apart from their disrespect to the laws of the land. There seems to be generally no accountability, especially from the leaders of these political parties.
Yes, you are right, because virtually all the political parties, you look at crisis always emanated from fronts or misconception of fronts. And that is why you see most of the leaders of these parties or people that are leading this party find themselves in this unfortunate situation. Why? Because if you look at it, most of the funds that are coming into the party, they are not rightly channeled or into the account of the party. And that's why you can see counter accusation and counter accusation. Why? Because if you have a 1,000 member in your party and everyone is contributing 100 naira, you will be able to determine the number of resources you have in that party and the money that is in party. But now, when you have a governor or a senator or a House of Rep member giving money into the party and it comes unaccountable, you can see the party leaders or the party managers squandered it without accountable, and at the end of the day they immerse themselves in crisis. And that is why accountability and transparency in political parties are the major challenges that we are having, and are the major challenges that leaders of the party are having, and that's what mostly consumes them.
Okay, there are also different arguments on this issue I'm about to bring up. The registration of political parties, regulating how many political parties should be. There are people who believe that political parties should just evolve, but there are others who also argue that Nigeria needs to regulate the number of political parties that exist. There was a time we had over 80 political parties before INEC deregistered a lot, and we had 18 before the general election, and currently now we have 19. So which of the school of thought do you belong to?
I believe that multiple party system is good, but you can't be creating party just for creating sake or just to be a leader of this party. Those are the problem that we're having in the country. You can see a lot of people who feel unsatisfied with some certain things that is happening in one party. We just come and wake up today, form a group of people and started thinking of how to form a party. And that's why we have a lot of number of parties spread across the country without even member in some of the units or even in the wards. Because if you visit some wards, if you ask them who is the chairman of this party in this ward, you can't even find them. Those are the challenges that we're having. And those are the kind of problems I think INEC and other our key players in the Nigerian democracy should look into. You can't just feel you can register, you have a requisite registration and start registering party without even having a structure. You are giving the system much pressure that it doesn't require at that moment. But a multiple democracy is good. A multiple party system is good because if you look at what's happened, I think we have a two-party system. We will have a Labour Party who was the third force in the last election, or other party, political party. But in all these 19 political parties, how many of them has made a state assembly? Some of them have not even made a state assembly or even a councillor in the whole entire country. So why are you existing? Because if you don't have the energy, you don't have what it takes to even run those parties. And those are the challenges that I believe that INEC should face squarely, and the 10th Assembly should also look into and review some certain laws guiding the workers.
Mohammed, what of if, as a political party, I am not interested in national politics and I just want to be a political party that is interested in my local government? Must I have national structures?
That's what I'm saying. But if you are not interested in national politics, you must have at least a councillor who is from a ward as a party. And there are some parties that don't have a councillor in a ward, and they are still operating in this country. How did you want to go?
Okay, thank you so much, Mohammed. So I think we'll have to leave it at that now. It's been such a pleasure listening to you. Unfortunately, you couldn't make it to the studio. Thank you so much, my brother. Some other time we may have to bring you back on the show.
Thank you very much. Have a nice time.
All right. Well, that's our package on Insight today. The communication is really not very pleasant. So, and Mohammed has been having some issues with the phone. We may not be able to continue to the end in just about 5 minutes or thereabouts. But we'll leave it at that. The program returns tomorrow with another topic on Insight. But before we go, the same posers again. Do you know who your lawmaker in the State Assembly is? Do you know who your local government chairman is? More importantly, who is your councillor? These are elected representatives expected to make basic impact in our daily lives. Everything does not revolve around the president or even the governor. Find out these representatives and reach out to them concerning issues about your environment, about your community, about your town. Let them know. Hold them to account. My name is Lawrence Umoettete. Let's do this again tomorrow when we come back with another edition of Insight. Please don't go away. News on the hour comes up at 11 o'clock.